have not been told whether the 3 terrorists who have been killed today are among the Pahalgam attackers, because it's the same mountain region which connects Anantnag to Shopian to Pulwama as well as other parts of South Kashmir. On the other hand, Saleh, the life in Jammu and Kashmir finally returning to normalcy. All the educational institutions, which include schools, colleges, universities, have been opened except the ones which lie in the bordering districts of Jammu as well as in Kashmir division. The Srinagar airport has been made functional. All the flights have started taking off and landing at Srinagar airport finally, as well as in the Jammu division. And we've also seen the people who live very close to the line of control and close to the forward post have finally been allowed to move back to their respective homes. Around 500 structures, which mostly includes the houses, were damaged in the Pakistani shelling in the last one week. And now people who had taken shelter in different areas of the districts and towns, they are allowed to basically go back to their houses. A lot of them basically have nothing to go back to because their houses were completely damaged and destroyed. But the government making sure by providing relief to those people who have been impacted and affected during the ceasefire violations.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Idris Loan, for joining us and getting us all those details there.
Now, a gun battle is underway between security forces and terrorists in Shopian district of Jammu and Kashmir. According to security forces, a cordon and search operation was launched based on a specific input about the presence of terrorists in Keller area. Now, they said the search operation turned into an encounter after the terrorists fired upon the forces who retaliated. The exchange of fire is going on. So far, there are no reports of any casualty on either side. Meanwhile, efforts to catch the terrorists who carried out the terror attack are also underway. In the latest, posters have appeared in different parts of Shopian district in South Kashmir. The posters say that a reward of Rs 20 lakhs will be given to those who would provide information involved in the Pahalgam terror attack. The identity of the informant will be kept secret. The terrorists named in the posters are 2 Pakistani nationals, Ali Bhai alias Tala, Asif Fauji, also known as Musa, and locals Adil Hussain, Thokar and Hassan. The schools did reopen in most areas of Jammu and Kashmir except in some border towns. The Indian Army says that the situation remains calm and is under full control. No enemy drones were reported since last night. Right now, we're being joined by our special correspondent, Idris Loan, live. Idris, thank you so much for joining us right now. This is just news breaking in. A gun battle is underway between security forces. If you could just brief us upon what's going on and how is the security situation on ground?
Well, yes, encounter has started between terrorists and security forces in South Kashmir's Shopian district in the Keller area, where security forces had a tip-off about the presence of 2 to 3 terrorists, after which a cordon and search operation was launched. And during the search operation, terrorists fired on security forces, which resulted in a gun battle. Security forces still carrying out the operation, although our sources in the security tell us that there's a possibility that 1 terrorist has been killed in the operation, but his body has not been retrieved as the firing from both the sides continues. There are many combing operations that have been taking place across South Kashmir after the Pahalgam attack, especially in the forest area. And today, security forces had the information about the presence of these terrorists in the Keller area of Shopian. On the other hand, in the same district, we've seen posters coming up all across Shopian district, appealing people if they have any information about the 4 terrorists who were involved in the Pahalgam attack. Their photos have been put, while as a reward of 20 lakh has been announced with the picture as well. And also they've said that the people who give the information, their identity will not be revealed. On the other hand, if we talk about the situation across Jammu and Kashmir, the life is coming back to track. Normalcy is finally returned. Schools have been opened. Srinagar airport has been opened as well. While as the people who live in the bordering areas, especially to the line of control and international border in northern part of Kashmir as well as in the Jammu division, people are now being slowly allowed to go back to their houses. The bomb disposal squads since yesterday have been clearing villages one by one, and we did see yesterday in Uri how around half a dozen villages were sanitized, and after that people who were taking shelter in the Baramulla Degree College were allowed to move back to their houses, and the process still continues, especially for the ones whose houses have completely been damaged. Let me tell you that around 500 structures, mostly houses, were damaged in the Pakistani shelling that took place in the last 6 days.
Right. It is also, we know that that some drones were sighted in the Samba region, Jammu Kashmir, last night. Any update on that, and how, of course, there must be some security situation that might have been put up regarding these drones that have been sighted, particularly in the evenings and night?
Well, yes, in the Samad sector of Jammu division, there were some drones that were seen up in the air, but they were neutralized by the air defense system of the Indian Army. And security forces right after that had asked people not to panic. The message was sent across to all the bordering states, including Jammu and Kashmir, that there is a possibility that there could be some drone sightings in their areas, but nobody needs to worry because the air defense systems are up and security forces have